Hi, welcome. We're here at the Global Cold Chain Expo in Chicago, Illinois. I'm here at the Heatcraft booth with Grady McAdams, and we're going to talk a little bit about their cold storage refrigeration business and the potential for natural refrigerants in that arena. So Grady, if you'd like to quickly introduce yourself.
Sure. So as Derek said, I'm Grady McAdams. I'm the Director of Cold Storage Sales for Heatcraft. So in my role, I'm responsible for the growth of our cold storage business with more of a focus into the industrial market. We've been known as a commercial player for many years and now growing more into the industrial larger market space with more of a focus on that kind of 100 to 300 ton range with supplying complete systems.
Okay, great. So as you're moving into that larger tonnage cold storage industry, what kind of questions are your customers asking when it comes to the phase out of man-made refrigerants and the transition to natural refrigerants?
Sure, and obviously that's a big issue in the market today. While the market has been traditionally served by HFC refrigerants in the commercial space, with ammonia being a primary on the larger systems in the industrial space, what we're now finding is kind of a merger coming from both ways, and we're seeing that the market is very open to natural solutions. Maybe ammonia CO2 hybrid type systems, maybe transcritical CO2, subcritical CO2. There's a lot of different ways it can go, but we're certainly finding more and more of an interest in the market and already beginning to find some openness to look at it. Obviously they're looking at first cost, they're looking at overall energy profile, and I think one of the issues with naturals is just that comfort level with the technology and saying this all sounds great, but if I put this in my facility, are we really set up to be able to handle it and maintain it properly?
Great. So you mentioned some of the key questions that customers ask there. You're looking at first cost,
yep.
But also I think the question of comfort level is a very important one.
Yep.
So how does that discussion go when a customer is considering upgrading their refrigeration system or a new build facility? What kind of discussion are you having when it comes to their comfort level with natural refrigerants?
Sure, and I think most people have preconceived notions, and I think one of the ones with, let's look at CO2 for a moment, is the operating pressures. At parts of the system, they're quite a bit higher than they're used to today. Do our service mechanics know how to handle this properly and safely? I think safety is one of the concerns they have. Normally all can be talked through over time as they become more and more aware of how the system works and to have a higher comfort level with it. And I think training for the contractor is key in this as well. I think part of our objective will be to be there hand in hand with the contractor throughout the initial installation and startup to make sure that he's comfortable with it, has a good experience with it, because normally we found when somebody becomes comfortable with it, it's very easy to do that second or third job.
Yes, okay. Great. And finally, what do you see the potential being for natural refrigerants in that 100 to 300 ton cold storage range?
Well, I think that's going to be a huge market. I mean, honestly, I think while the HFC and some of the HFO refrigerants continue to come on the market, we still see a drive toward the naturals. And we know exactly when we'll have adaptation and what level it'll switch to where it becomes a majority, not necessarily sure at this point, but I think clearly in our future footprint, natural refrigerants become a bigger and bigger part of what we do and what we offer to the market.